Hi, this is Mrs. Veach and I'm at Petersburg National Battlefield, and I'm at an interesting point in the battlefield. It's called the crater, and instead of me giving the field trip lecture today, I found a mini expert, a junior ranger, who's going to tell us about the battlefield and about the crater here.
Hi, I'm Leo. This is a battle part of Petersburg known as the crater. And a lieutenant captain put his Pennsylvania coal miners to work, digging into this hillside right here. And they packed it with 4 tons of gunpowder right underneath the Confederate lines. And it took them about a month to dig all the way through. And then when they did light the fuse, they waited and waited and waited, and it didn't go off. So the lieutenant captain sent 2 of his guys into there, and it had stopped right in between when the wire had been unconnected, because it was real unstable wire. So they rehooked it and they scrambled out, and then it blew up, and it took the Union about an hour to get all their men into their divisions and regiments and companies and platoons. And when they finally did, all the Confederates had their cannons trained and everything else, and they were supposed to go around the crater, but instead they went down the crater, and the Confederates poured fire down on them, and no one had even thought of getting ladders, and it was a good plan, just not very well executed.
And again, Union soldiers, coal miners from Pennsylvania, dug several hundred feet underground a mine shaft to get under where the Confederates were to blow it up, and it blew up this crater. But then by the time the Union soldiers got here to follow up on the attack, the Confederates had their wits about them again, and when the Union soldiers went down in the crater, the Confederates just picked them off from up top here. So I'll turn the camera around so you can see the crater and the depression that was left in the ground from the explosion that they set off in that mine shaft. So here it is. Here's the top of the land. You can see the depression in the ground, which has inevitably filled in over the last nearly 150 years. But you can imagine the crater that was left by that explosion. And Junior Ranger Leo, how many tons of gunpowder was used?
4 tons.
4 tons of gunpowder packed underneath here. And the explosion left this crater. So from the crater at Petersburg National Battlefield, this is Mrs. Veach.